Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To the air, it's Colson. Finds the tight end. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Balls and fired complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Direct snap. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Let's talk for just a second about UTSA. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Driving forward, it's Owens. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Roadrunners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive. and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Miners want to pick up the tempo. He's changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Colson. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Taking over and the offense heads out to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here comes the heat. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Turning it on at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, UTSA. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Tells the run, wants to pass. Moves to his right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it on the outside. Finds some room. Touchdown, UTEP. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That one's going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Owens. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. He's now up to 70 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a crease. It's Clark. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Hands it off. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the 1st quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Running inside, it's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. He got some room into the goal line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The run inside. It's Jones. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Colson. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead. Good play call offensively, and that's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Straight ahead, it's Jones. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. And the Miners are in the hurry-up. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, and he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. This is a designed run. He has kept those big, powerful bodies churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around the quarterback that can't do it. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Out wide left, it's Brown. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Miners.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. Deep in the end zone, it's Anderson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. The 20. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David, he shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Colson. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. During the offseason, they go out, they get a top 25 recruiting class. That's nothing to scoff at. But the question is, how do they move up from here, David?
Well, and how do these talented young guys perform at this level, right? We don't really know. I mean, top 25 class is good. It's not elite, but how do these guys perform, Palmer, early, day 1 in their career?
Yeah, they're going to have to grow up pretty quick because we expect to see a lot of these guys play meaningful snaps in this game here today as well. I think that's what the fans really want to see here today.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Making the adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. And it's the Roadrunners. Can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room, it's Edwards. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that seemed a little awful to start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing with it. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. On play action. Rush right in his face. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
They believe in a large 4-down territory, and they go for it on 4th and short from the 47. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He lets one fly deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Making the adjustment on the play. Looking for a man. It's Colson. Short throw to the sideline. Completely steps out of bounds with the 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Left side, it's Wall. At the 45 on its way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Slots it away.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Colson. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk. And man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Snapped on 4th down. Throws to the back. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Hits the hole, it's Owens. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell when he's catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Flush to the left. Got rid of it just in time.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the move. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Oregon State Beavers. And it's Ole Miss looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. If it's working, why change collegiate, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
Yeah, and there's nothing harder on a defense than when you run play action and you suck me up a few steps, and you got tight ends like this, Palmer, that can run down the field, be a big target, and make big plays behind those linebackers.
Man, they're changing the position now, too, I think, Dave. There are more and more athletic guys playing the tight end position today in college football that can run down the field vertically and make plays like that. These aren't just blockers and guys that catch flat routes. These guys now can hurt you. They've got an outstanding weapon at the tight end position.
They're going to run it. Just smothered on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. So this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Ball is on the 2, 3rd and goal, and they'll go jumbo package. This quarterback part of their running game. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And listen, I'm aggressive by nature. I'm going for it on 4th down most of the time. But that negative play, does that give you a little pause?
It does, because if you're rattled right now, then you need to regroup, take the 3, and live to fight another drive. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The Miners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The fake and wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking downfield, it's Colson. Look out! Snags it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Quarterback changing the play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Wall.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll run it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scrape.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on fourth down. Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Mark him down right there, but he's got plenty for the first down and to keep this drive moving. And the Miners have this offense rolling. Wants to throw, it's Colson. Got his man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Miners with the 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Hand off to Jones. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Rides to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Back to throw, it's Colson. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Touchdown, UTEP! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Clark. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. The give. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gonna run it. It's Clark. Oh, now the ball popped out. This could change things. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Roadrunners will have it 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. On the move. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Long way to go on second down. Looking for room. It's Owens.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. The give to the left side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Wide receiver going in motion. Drops back. It's Colson. Right side, it's Henry. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Miners in a good spot here with second and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quickly to the tight end. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the